Leaders from about 100 countries are meeting at the World Congress of Global Unions in Cape Town. The Uni World Congress is the largest global gathering of trade unions ever to take place in Africa. The fourth Global Union Congress ends today, and we now cross live to our Cape Town studios to Alke Boesseiger, head of the Uni Commerce, and he now joins us right here on PM News. Good afternoon to you and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Okay, my apologies there. What are some of the crucial issues that have been discussed so far that affect the unions and the interest of business?
The main issue that we have been discussing at our Congress is to address the growing inequality in the world, which is why we named our Congress Including You. We believe it is absolutely crucial to develop strategies at unions, to grow union power and union membership, to overcome the growing inequality between the super rich and working people.
Well, there's been concern that even though workers have a right to strike, but industrial action has a negative effect on the markets and economic sentiment. What is the way forward on this? Because the two continue to coexist.
I would say exactly the opposite. It is our experience that in countries where we have high union density and where we have large collective bargaining coverage, that those countries are actually the countries which with the best economic development. So I would say the high union density, allowing workers to exercise their rights to organize and to collective bargaining, to give workers decent wages, is actually the way forward to develop successful economies.
There has been debate about the interest of union, mainly in the interest of workers, good and healthy working conditions for them and in decent salaries. But however, arguments from the world of business is that business is there to take care of their overheads, to service their service providers, and also to pay back the loans that they get for doing business. So we have to be very careful when you talk about wage negotiations, and where do you draw the line between high wage demands and decent wages?
I believe that every worker, every working person has the right to job security and to make a living wage. If you are forced to work 2 or 3 jobs because you don't earn enough money to raise a family, to look after your family, that is not fair. Everybody should be able to make a living from the job that they're having.
There's a problem here regarding some workers who are not unionized, in fear of victimization. We have seen most of the time when there's industrial action that members of a certain union would coerce workers who are willing to go to work. They would beat them up, threaten to kill them, and some have been even beaten up severely when they go to work during industrial action. Can we really rest assured that after this conference we can talk about the rights of an individual worker, unionized or not unionized, that their human rights can be respected? Secondly, the issue of business that continues to be victimized when there's looting, when the workers are on a rampage because they are on strike.
The discussions that we were having at our Congress are all about uniting workers, uniting unions to increase the power of workers to improve their conditions for themselves. UNI has very good relations with many multinational companies in different sectors of the industries where we resolve problems around the negotiating table. And that's a demand that we have for all companies. We want to resolve issues around the table, and only if companies refuse to engage, then unions will take other measures, like, for instance, go on strike.
Right. Thank you very much for talking to us. From our Cape Town studios live, we are speaking to our guest there, who is Alke Boesseiger, who is head of Uni Commerce.